Oh, well, my name's Fox, man, so they name it Fox. Into the Spider-Verse... Alright, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse... Part 1? Question mark. Well, first off, I probably said this before, and I'll say it right now. My favorite Spider-Man movie is Into the Spider-Verse, the animated one. The animated movie. Just right here. That is my favorite Spider-Man movie, period. Like, the Tobey Maguire ones, when they first came out, I did like them. I'm not going to say I didn't. I remember liking the first one. I have to rewatch them before No Way Home comes in. But I remember liking the first one and the third one. Not really the second one. I have to rewatch it. And I was like, what, 2? Not 2. I was in the second grade at the time, around that time. Or maybe a little bit after that. But I didn't really like that one because it did a trope that I really didn't like in a lot of the last Spider-Man movies. Or Spider-Man show, because I grew up watching the animated series on Fox Kids. That was probably one of the bigger introductions of Spider-Man for me. And one of the storylines I always hated in like other TV shows and superhero shows would do it was always the idea of, Spider-Man hates his powers, and then he loses his powers, and he's like, well, I'm human again. Screw being a hero. and you see a fire truck leaving? I'm gonna eat my hot dog. Like, I don't know, that it makes me a little bit mad sometimes. I have to rewatch the movie. Maybe I don't remember exactly correctly, but I do remember I did not like that very much. And also, just like him always being poor and all this shit. I really didn't like some of that stuff from that one. The Amazing Spider-Man movies, I love both of those movies. I think the second one was probably one of my favorites for the longest time because I liked, especially because that came out during the same time as Infamous. Like, I think I finished the game Infamous after I finished that, and it was a beautiful thing to see on screen. It Spider-Man was quippy. He had good movement, webbing. Andrew Garfield was a badass. I'm like, hell yeah, I love that. And I love that even more a little bit now because Andrew Garfield, the whole thing with the little kid was set up by, like, Andrew Garfield saying, like, yeah, like, that's how I would be if I was, like, Spider-Man. Like, we should have a kid like that. I'm like, all right, that's freaking awesome. Tom Holland Spider-Man, I actually really do like. It is a very different take on Spider-Man, but I do like it, and honestly, I'm excited to see, this thing where, and I would say definitely go watch the Nostalgia Critic's old video of old versus new versus the Raimi series versus the Amazing Spider-Man series. He does a good balance of, like, explain, at least I'd say, it's been a minute since I've seen it, so maybe he doesn't, but I remember watching that and liking it because one thing I like that he talked about was the growth of Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man series, where in the Raimi series he never really grows. It's always kind of the same character on repeat. That being said, I like the Tom Holland one where he's a different kind of Spider-Man. He's a different kind of origin of Spider-Man a bit, and I like that. I'd rather there be newer versions than just regular. And Spider-Man Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has not only a Spider-Man at his top prime when we see Peter, but we also see, Miles slowly becoming the new Spider-Man, as well as the other Spider people and the other Spider family, and also just seeing their different powers or setups or worlds or like their different personalities mixing. Miles' whole thing is growing up, and the stylization of things like Miles falling when he's rising, and the music, and there's a lot of things from, like, all of the Spider-Man movies, the live action ones that I really liked. They kind of put into the Spider-Verse, and I think they did it extremely well, and I love that. Honestly, when I heard there was going to be a sequel, I'm like, I'm not having high hopes. I'm not. Because I'm not going to have high hopes because best case scenario, they do make a really damn good sequel, and I'm going to enjoy it. It says part 1, so maybe the story is so damn big that they need to break it into 2 parts, which ballsy for your second movie, and also very much would love, because that means another one's coming maybe like a year or 2 later, and hell yeah. But second, on that note, I like, and then worst case scenario, corporate's like, Miles is very popular. This is all very popular. We're gonna try to do the exact same thing over again, and then so I have hopes that they're doing it well, especially because if I'm correct about that part one, if this is part one of a 2-part movie, hell yeah, because that means they're like, yeah, we're gonna make this sucker freaking huge and have as many. Anyways, let's just begin, because also I'll talk about my favorite Spider-Men after I'm done with this. But anyways, let's begin. 3, 2. Well, meanwhile, another universe. In another universe. The ending, the first end credits. Haha!
Miles, you got a minute?
Oh!
Hell yeah!
What? Whoa, Gwen? How did you get?
Hell yeah! Also, her hair grew out. Yes, I love her. Also, Miles gotten a little bit more buff. I'm pretty sure they aged them up. I didn't think it'd be that long since the first movie and this cutscene in the original one.
How have you been?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
Is this the room you grew up in?
It is, but my dorm room is very adult.
Right. No, of course.
Hey,
Are these your drawings?
what? No.
Good.
God, I love Gwen. Hell yeah! I love the suit, the updated suit too. Ooh, that looks nice.
I missed you too.
Okay. So, what are you doing here? I mean, I thought I'd never see
God, he got way taller.
you again.
Want to get out of here?
I grounded.
What?
Bummer.
Hell yeah! I love it.
Spider-Man grounded?
Nope.
I mean,
They really made him look older. Holy shit. Whoa. Hell yeah, they're gonna go to One, updated suit, bad. Oh! 2099! Yes! Come on, who else? Who else? Holy shit! Come on, say part 1. Say part 1. Across the Spider-Verse. Say part 1. Yes! Hell yeah! Oh, sweet. Wait, when does it come out? October. That's about a year. Almost a year. About 9 months away. Come on, you get. On one hand, I would have loved if it came out in December again, because it was like a birthday present to me, because my birthday's in December last time. But October I'm fine with too. It's about let's see, because Venom came out October 1st this year, so maybe like that's kind of like their window of like releasing movies. Sony's windows. Okay, first off, I assume this is a new suit. First off, actually, let me rephrase this. First off, I believe this is a new suit. Or it could just be the stylization of the world messing with the suit. But, yeah, because he looks like he does change versions. It looks like, I think. It doesn't look... Because that doesn't look like his homeworld look. I love the idea of him going to the other Spider-Verses, because because one cool thing that I did like, especially towards the end, was when they visit their universes, or you see their universes for a split second. Like, you see Gwen's universe looks just like her comic book covers, at least. Where it's kind of like that pinkish with, like, kind of, yeah. And, like, the different styles of different worlds. So, one, excited for this, because we, like, you know, Miles just randomly falling into another universe. Freaking cool. But then we're also getting into, one of my faves. Hell yeah, he looks like a predator. 2099. He is one of my favorite Spider-Men. And I'll say this right now. Well, I would say the only, because I've been starting to learn more about Silk. But out of the Spider-Men, I think he's the only one that should have organic webbing. That is another thing I kind of didn't really like about the Raimi version, was that he did not have web shooters. Which I did love. Amazing Spider-Man did. Hell, I saw that teaser for that one. I was like, oh, he's got web shooters. I'm like, hell yeah. But 2099 is cool because, one, that isn't Peter. That is Miguel O'Hara. That is Miguel O'Hara, who is the Spider-Man of the future, where he basically his origin story is a bit rough, kind of. Like, by rough, I mean, like, shit. Like, it's not like, oh, you know, Peter got bit by a radioactive spider and became Spider-Man. No, his origin story is, I don't know, spoilers, I guess, if you don't want to skip ahead a little bit. His origin story is he lives in a cyberpunk future where the entire world is ruled by Alchemax, which, if you see, like, games like the Insomniac games like that, you kind of see the beginning of Alchemax kind of taking a little bit. By Alchemax. And you see, and he basically, basically a way that Alchemax controls people that they are, not customers, employees that they don't like or think are too out there. They get him addicted to drugs. So they got him addicted to drugs, and basically it's a permanent thing. You would always be addicted to these drugs. I don't know if it changes your DNA or something like that. So what Miguel said, screw you, I'm going to go and change my own DNA to make it where I'm not affected by your drugs. And he uses their stuff to do that. Coworker finds him doing this, is like, oh, screw you. Because I think it worked for Alchemax, I can't remember. Messes it up. Spider DNA gets blended into his body, and that's what gives him not only spinnerets on his wrist to shoot spiderweb, but also fangs. He gets fangs, so he can that can also inject poison or venom. He has claws. I'm not sure. I can't remember correctly because I think it might be that he has claws like this, or I think it's like that the claws are kind of like laying against his hand, and then they kind of come out like that, and that's what helps him climb. Like if I'm remembering correctly, because I might be wrong on this part, because I have to reread it a little bit. If I remember correctly, he does not climb by being sticky. He climbs where his claws stab into something, and he climbs like that. He also has like a one on his toe too. His big toe, if I remember correctly, that it stabs out. And his suit is made of unstable molecules, similar to Mr. Fantastic, that allows him to allows his claws not to break through his costume. God, look, Jesus! Oh my God! Okay, hold on. That was cool. I want to go over this real quick. Just the impact of... Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, is that Japanese? I think it was. Or... No, I don't know what language that is. But... It looks like English, but then I don't entirely know. Maybe... I'm trying to think. Disney? I don't fucking know. God, that looks so badass. Like... Oh my God, the energy behind that is so freaking good. And look at that, yeah, because you see, like, you can kind of see the claw. Let me see. I think you actually can see the claws are like underneath. Yeah, you can. You can see like that's his thumb, so that's his regular nail, and this is the claw coming out from the bottom of his hand. That's kind of like that. So yeah, you do see that the claws do come out from underneath, and that's how he's able to climb walls and shit. God, just Look how even bigger he is compared to like Peter or Miles. Because even Miles apparently has grown a bit bigger. But look how, I'm sorry, this is a 2099 appreciation video now. Because I love 2099. The biggest injustice that the Insomniac games did was not somehow making his eyes emote. Because I'm like, I don't want to play 2099 because I want to see when Spider-Man emotes in the games. Oh, and you see the bracelet helps him teleport. Universe 928. I'm going to guess that's the Japanese Spider-Man. Hold on. Oh, is that? Oh, that's the 2099 universe. Oh, okay. So he's taking him to the 2099 universe. Okay, cool. Yeah, these are some of the versions. Doom lived. Is that Gambit? Holy shit, I didn't know about that one. I think that's the Hulk. 2099. Yeah, because there's a whole 2099 heroes setup. So, okay, so that's where they're heading. So that's what this is. Holy shit, it looks like Tron. I just realized that. Oh, what is that? What does that read? Hold on. Por favor, Giga el Limite. Yeah, because from the name Miguel O'Hara, he is, I think, Spanish Irish. So Puerto Rican, black Puerto Rican, and the white the white Hispanic Spider-Man are fighting each other. Great. Oh, wait a minute! I didn't notice his fucking. Wait a minute! Whoa! Wait a minute! Is that his webbing? One. Oh my god! I want this as a. I want this as a freaking painting on my wall. Holy shit, that looks cool. But also, is that his webbing? Because two things. One, he's supposed to have organic webbing. I'm okay with this energy-looking webbing. It might just be the universe messing with it. But two, one thing I saw I haven't seen the show itself, but I have seen the commercials or the opening intro for it of the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man show for kids or like little kids, like preschoolers, and like they have like Gwen with pink webbing, Miles with red webbing, and Peter with white webbing. I'm looking at that. I'm like, honestly, I would kind of love if each Spider-Man, at least in like some versions, had like different colored webbing. Like in the Insomniac games, it'd be kind of badass. Like you could like even customize your webbing color if you wanted to. I don't know, but yeah, that looks kind of freaking cool. Did they just hit a car again? Miles is gonna be in a lot of damn pain. God. This gives me Gurren Lagann. It's like, let me see you grit those teeth! And the new Miles symbol where instead of it just being a spray paint on, which it still looks spray paint, it's like newer, like he's breaking out of his shell, maybe? I don't know. Or breaking out of his universe? Spider-Man. Oh my god. I'm really honestly happy that it's a part 2. That is a part 1 and a part 2. Because this then means that, yeah, they could go way bigger with the story, and also probably if it's the reason for jam-packing it with so much, I love that. That would be amazing. Also, it looks like Gwen has one of those time bracelets too, which in the comics she does have. Gwen is I really love 2099, but also Spider-Gwen I would say is probably nearing that 2099, if like a little bit there. Spider-Gwen is probably one of my favorites too. And one thing that does piss me off, and I kind of hope, I don't know if Spider-Verse did it or not. Is that Venom? I at least know Disney has done this a few times in like the animated series, stuff like that. Stop giving her organic webbing. Give her damn web shooters. There's no reason for her to have organic webbing. Give her damn web shooters. Hell, her web shooters are actually kind of really cool because they were made. Was it her version of Reed Richards? I can't remember who exactly made her webbing, but her webbing, instead of being like using web fluid, it actually uses the moisture in the air somehow to create its own webbing. And so long as there's moisture in the air, she can use webbing. And that's cool. That's its own very unique way of creating the webbing and using it, and also gives very unique ways of messing with her. Like, oh, they throw her in a desert. She can't use webbing, even though technically really wouldn't have anything to swing on the desert, but still, you get the idea. Like, it would immediately take away one of her arsenals, or maybe there's someone who controls water and he takes away the water in the air so she can't shoot the webbing. Like, making it to where she just has organic webbing is stupid, and you're stupid. Or, better yet, if they want to go into giving her organic webbing, give her what she has in the comic books, which is one of my favorite things about Gwen, especially too, is that she has a healthy relationship with her Venom, in the sense that she is wearing the Venom. Her Venom's, like, in the comics at least, spoilers, I guess, something happens where she loses her powers, or her powers start to wane and she starts losing them, so she has to rely on her version of Venom to give her her powers, and eventually her and her Venom reaching symbiosis, and her able to use that for her webbing, her wall crawling, and all that stuff. As well as whenever she gets mad, she goes into Gwenom. I love that. Stop giving her organic webbing unless you're going to give her her symbiote. Don't screw her over like that. Oh, yeah, she has organic webbing now. Shut up. Sorry, it very much annoys me. But also, that is an updated suit, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I was right. Yeah, because the gloves are new. I was looking, I'm like, the gloves look like they're new. Yeah, because the pink webbing, instead of being under her arms, they're now they're not on her hands like gloves. Which I like that design change. I like that. That's actually really freaking cool. Also like that her hair's a little bit longer again. Miles is definitely bigger than he was. Oh, looks like she must be shaving it still. God, can I also just say I really love the movement in this, like right here. Like, it's the slower frame rate or whatever too, but like, God, it's like very like snap.
Bummer.
God, that's so smooth. And also they changed her ballet slippers out for sneakers.
Spider-Man grounded?
No, he is not. I love that scene too. That's freaking great. I love the style of the characters. I love like the move, how they're yeah, it's freaking great.
I mean,
She's like, you know you're coming, right? God, even like I love it. And then also that kind of looks like when Peter, is it when Peter dives into it? No, that's when everyone shoots out through the Spider-Verse into his universe in the last movie. Now Miles is getting his version of it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So sorry, like I know there's something changed, but trying to nail it down specifically, I'm not going to do it. So yeah, just for a quick look at the difference between the suits. I know the video's gone for too long. I apologize. But yeah, so instead of just having kind of like the where you see right here, it's kind of just the here actually. Yeah, so you can see like instead of having the red, it's similar to Gwen how she had the webbing here and it kind of moved over to her gloves hands, which I actually really like. I always love the gloved look. That is a cool thing about Miles, which I find it really funny that in a lot of the different suits that he wears, and even in the comics, one consistent thing that he always has is the black, like almost on his hands that give the red fingerless glove look. I kind of really like that. It's almost like a signature thing that he has constantly. But you have like the red. The red is different here. The spider, obviously, instead of just being spray paint on, it looks more like, instead of a rush job, like he more stylized. He updated it. The suit, I love the red kind of going all the way down because it tracks over his entire body. So I think it's probably going to help more when like you see stuff like this where you see him turn and move, especially because the suit is black. I like that. I'm not going to talk about style-wise because, one, I don't even think this is from the movie. But like, I don't think that's, because I'd really have to be doing this image. But also because I'm pretty sure the style of the universe is what's messing with him too. Okay, it has to be like an Indian Spider-Man? Okay, I think this is it. I think Spider-Man India is where he's at right now. That's a badass. Ooh, that's a badass for Doc Ock. Holy shit. That looks pretty freaking cool. Oh, yeah, this is the Into the Spider. So Earth 5000. Yeah, okay. That's actually not bad. This honestly kind of looks like this would be a cool Assassin's Creed style Spider-Man game if they made it into one. But yeah, this I'm already enjoying the look of this. I'm happy to hear that it's part 1. And I love already that it looks like, yes, 2099 is going to be a major part of this. Which I do know that 2099 was going to be in it because I was so excited when I saw him in the end credits scene. But also, I can't remember what it is. Oh, that there's also other Spider-Man that I know are going to come in, which I kind of wonder because one of them is live action, and it's the Japanese Spider-Man where he is kind of the forefather or the inspiration that would lead to Power Rangers. So I'm kind of excited for that. I'm excited to see how he's going to be in this. If he's going to be live action, he's going to be animated. Hopefully he's animated. And maybe we'll see even more Spider-Man, which would be kind of cool because that'd be kind of cool to see. I like even the style on his gloves and everything. I think they even updated his suit too. It'd be kind of cool to see something like. Also, he's voiced by the guy who plays Poe in the Star Wars sequel and Moon Knight, and he's also Moon Knight, and he's also the dad in Dune. But yeah, this looks badass. I'm already enjoying this so much. And seeing that part 1 is like, hell yeah. That means they're going to make it bigger. They're going to make it awesome. Hell yeah, I'm excited. And probably add way more Spider people. I think they're going in the right direction so far. And at least for me right now, any... Because obviously, I said in the beginning, I had worries about them making a sequel. This so far looks like it's in good hands. Like, we're going to get a badass... This might be my new favorite Spider-Man when it comes out. Tell me what you guys did in the comments below. Thanks for watching the videos I've done. Links on my face, description on somewhere. Check out my videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. Tell me what you guys think, and we will. See you later. But yeah, this looks so damn good. As already Spider-Gwen and 2099 in the main trailer, which are my favorites. Miles, honestly, has become one of my favorites as well through the Spider-Verse movie. But yeah, I freaking love this. Also, play the Insomniac Miles Morales game if you can. That game is so freaking good. It's probably, I think it's honestly better than the first one.